Hi, my name is Mahdi Modarres, and the aim of this video is to teach you 20 words for describing a person. The words in this lesson will come from Vocabulary for IELTS Advanced, a book which will be the focus for the next few months of IELTS Modarres channel, because I'll be teaching this book. Well, let's get started. The first unit is on page 8 about human nature. This book has 25 units. I think I'll be covering the first 20 units of this book because each one, from unit 1 to unit 20, you find interesting topics that are directly related to your IELTS speaking or writing. So the range of vocabulary you are learning here is going to help you present better in your IELTS speaking test. And I hope I will be of help here. Page 8, let's take a look at the first unit. I'll be teaching the first page. As you can see here, there are four boxes here on page 8, but I'll be teaching the first two today. Combined, you will see there are 19 words, and I will add one amount, and you'll see that how these 20 words can be used to describe a friend you have known for a long time. I'm reading from page 9, exercise 2.3. So speaking part 2. The aim of this lesson is to describe a friend you have known for a long time. Before I start teaching all these words, you have to know that the words that you use in your speaking or writing should come from your own thoughts first. So do not rely on the book fully. Don't think that these books will save you. No. The words that you have up here, plus some of the words here can help you present a very good speech in your speaking part 2, 3, or even 1, and your writing as well. Taking a look at character 1.1, I see 5 words. I'll read from them. Talkative, eccentric, cheerful, indecisive, clumsy. Talkative. Now, think of positive or negative. What is it? Is it a positive word or a negative word? It is a negative word. Someone who's talkative talks a lot. Well, someone who's eccentric is actually the opposite. Someone who doesn't talk a lot and they seem strange to some extent. So, eccentric, strange, and not talkative. Can you think of anyone who's eccentric around you? Well, maybe my cousin is an eccentric person who has a bizarre character, strange, someone who does not talk a lot. Cheerful. What is the synonym for cheerful? Happy, yes. Indecisive. Indecisive. You see, we have a word, we have the word decisive. Now, in makes it negative, like indecisive. Huh? And clumsy. Clumsy, someone who cannot do things properly. Good. Okay. Can you think of making any sentences with these words to describe a friend of yours that you have known for a long time? For example, can you think of some of your cousins or some of your close friends who are talkative and cheerful, or those who are eccentric and indecisive? Let's take a look at an example. Well, I'd like to talk about my cousin John. While he's a talkative person, he's this cheerful lad who knows how to keep others entertained with his very amusing stories. He knows a lot about different things, and every time he's in a party or a gathering, he knows what to present in that party so that others listen to him. That is a very important thing. The only thing that he has, the only negative aspect or the only negative quality that I can mention right now is him being indecisive at some points of his life, like when he wanted to get into the college and study a little bit more to find a good job, he couldn't find, or he couldn't put his finger on one specific major. That is one basic problem. And at some points, because he's talking too much, or he might want to be the center of attention, he dresses differently. He seems to be an eccentric person. Well, these being aside, he's a very nice person. Well, in this short video clip, I presented how talkative and cheerful might work together to describe a happy person, while eccentric and indecisive are perfect matches when you're describing a sad person. Now, let's take a look at 1.3. In 1.3, you see that you're supposed to distinguish between positive and negative qualities. Now, let's take a look at the purple box. The first word is anxious. Anxious. Is it positive or negative? Definitely it's negative. Apprehensive. Apprehensive. What does it mean? Someone like her. Someone who is very much controlling everyone else and thinks that bad things are going to happen very soon. Okay? Most mothers are overprotective. In other words, they might act in an apprehensive manner. Now, assertive, that's positive, right? Because when you assert, when you say something, assert means say something in a very loud and clear way. When you assert something, it means you're strong. When you have this assertive manner, it means you say things in a very forceful way, and you're very much persuasive in your talks. Charming. Well, someone like me, obviously. Cheerful, we had it before. Happy. Clumsy, again, we had it before. Cynical. Cynic means no, or actually someone who thinks no, someone who thinks negatively. Cynical is a quality of a person. A cynical person might act in an apprehensive manner, combining the two words. Egotistical. Again means someone who's full of themselves. Those who are too proud of themselves, those who think that they're really important people while they're not. Gullible. A silly, stupid person. Yes. For example, the crowd acted in a gullible manner, or the crowd was gullible because they bought something that they did not need. Self-confident. Someone who are really strong in their thoughts and they think that they can do things. So this one is positive, while gullible was definitely negative. Self-conscious, when they know their own feelings, right? Sensible. A sensible decision means a wise, some decision or some action that might cause benefit, that is likely to cause benefit, let's say. Tactful means, again, acting in a very, very smart way. Well-liked. A well-liked person. Someone is liked, someone is accepted, someone is famous, someone who's well-liked, that means they're really famous and accepted by society. Well, let's go over these words one more time. Anxious, negative. Apprehensive, negative. Assertive, positive. Charming, positive. Cheerful, positive. Clumsy, negative. Cynical, negative. Egotistical, negative. Gullible, negative. Self-confident, positive. Self-conscious, negative. Sensible, tactful, and well-liked are positive words. Now think of two different persons. One who's a positive person, one who's a negative person. And they're both your friends or your close family members. The positive person will have these words for description. Now, we might say they are talkative, they are cheerful. I know talkative might sound negative at the beginning, but when you say someone is talkative in a very positive manner, that means they're really helping you guys. They fill in the silences while you guys are together, so they might be the focus of a party. Okay, you can use cheerful, you can use self-confident, you can use sensible, well-liked for a positive person, while a negative person might receive these adjectives. Someone who's indecisive, someone who's clumsy, anxious, probably egotistical, self-conscious. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at each one separately. Let's take a look at me describing a positive person. Well, I would like to talk about my cousin Shren. While she's this talkative person, she's also quite popular and well liked among her friends. One of the things that she does is that she always keeps herself quite cheerful when she's with others. When she has company, she knows how to keep others entertained, and also she knows what kind of jokes she can put out so others start laughing. She has this self-confident manner that is quite magnetic. People start getting attracted to her because she knows how to act in a very assertive and decisive manner. They'll really like her, especially when there's a party, because she's so funny, she's so much magnetic, she knows how to attract other people. This is a really nice character of her. Now, let's take a second look at me describing a negative person. The only problem about Shren is that she acts in a bit egotistical manner at some points in a party. Because she's this self-confident person, she might get a little bit too high and she acts in a very self-conscious manner. Some people might not like that move in a party. So they might be a little bit indecisive when it comes to being friends with her, only because she's this much selfish, or she's a bit arrogant at some points. So people try to just be a little bit away from her. Also, some people, especially those who are a bit clumsy or anxious, they never like her because she might make fun of them. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Now I want to teach you one speaking skill that you have to know before you take your IELTS exam. And that is combining positive with negative using one of these connectives. However, on the other hand, while or whereas. Now, I want to describe a very happy or positive person who happened to make one wrong decision in their life. Let's see how I can do it. I would like to describe my cousin Shren. Most people really like her. She's a well-liked, famous person among her friends because she has this cheerful character. She might be a little bit talkative, but in a very sensible way, and she has this self-confident manner. Every time she's in a party, she knows what to say to entertain others, and others are usually very much attracted to her. The only problem that might happen, however, is that she might get a little bit self-conscious or egotistical as she talks. That happens every now and then when she's in a party. She talks too much, and she might get a little bit too far when she talks. She might make fun of others, especially those who are clumsy or those that are anxious. So people with anxiety problems might not get close to her. They might not want to be friends with her. They usually try to be away from her, and that's the only sad part about my cousin Shren. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe because there is a lot more coming up. My name is Mahdi Munares, and you guys are watching IELTS Munares.